thanks so much for staying up so late with us. So we'll do a quick Q&A now if anyone has any questions. Maggie and I also both grew up in Manchester. So, that's a lot of fun. Yeah, that must have been kind of random.
What was the transition like from the web store to
Hard, yeah, really hard. It was a big thing from going from just kind of telling like really short kind of ideas to doing like a full story, and big from just kind of me, Maggie, and my brother being the crew to having an actual crew.
Like, I mean, you're really not thinking about plot. In fact, like, that's the last thing you want to think of. But in a movie, you have to simultaneously, like, have a story that moves and, like, characters that, like, develop and grow and change and stuff, and then still have there be jokes and not, like, still have that reality at any point. You still want people to be, like, invested in the characters. So we tried to do that as best as possible while still having people put their hands in shit.
Can you talk about writing the script and how much the film was improvised?
I would say almost zero of the film was improvised. The five of us wrote the story together, and then the three leads wrote the actual screenplay, and we basically would beat out pretty much the entire story in chunks, and then actually each one of them went off and wrote an act of the screenplay, and we came back and we would synthesize. And then they would kind of go off and do joke punches, and we would kind of come back, and we're basically kind of revising as it went along. Most definitely, yeah. Actually, we're for those who don't know, we're a comedy group, and we've done about 40 short films online that have garnered about 100 million views total. Our website is derrickcomedy.com, and so basically in early 2006 we started to kind of get revenue from that, and we never once paid ourselves. We put it all back into a company we formed, Derrick Comedy Productions LLC, and kind of put that into this along with some private investments. So, yeah.
Back here?
Yeah, in the back.
You know, it looks really wonderful. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
What did you shoot that on? What camera?
We shot it on the camera called the Red, which is a premium camera. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Red, yeah. Red.com. Shay, yes, they did, yeah. And big fan.
A lot of similarities between this and Shay.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. We all met in college. We were in a comedy group there, and we all went to NYU actually, except for Maggie, who was who went to Fordham at the time. Hey, baby.
Hey guys.
What's up?
So in the movie, I saw a couple people from 30 Rock, and you're a writer for 30 Rock. Is that right, Tom?
Summer.
And so. Did they just kind of jump on board as fans of yours and as friends, or how is it that you started to get as many, people to work with you?
I think I speak for all of us when we tried really hard to keep them all set. They're all like friends. Like the bouncer is .com on 30 Rock, and he's like always hanging out. He was always like, hey man, he's a real bouncer in real life. He was always like, hey man, if you guys need a bouncer, I got the clothes. So we kind of just and Kay, actually Destiny, the girl who got her head cut, she's a writer as well on 30 Rock, and there's a lot of 30 Rock people on there. I guess they're all really nice, and they were very happy to help. So yeah.
She also gave us notes during the writing process, which was really helpful.
And in addition, any of the other, pretty much most, like 90% of the rest of the cast was all cast from friends of ours at the Upright Citizens Gay Theater in New York, which is kind of our comedy home there. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much, and then everyone else was cast locally in New Hampshire through a theater called the Acting Loft, which is in Manchester. More, right? Manchester? Yeah? All right.
How many Encyclopedia Brown books do you guys produce for it?
I've always been into Encyclopedia Brown, like always, and I just loved him so much. And right before we wrote this, I bought a whole collection of like all of his work, and I learned a whole bunch about him. Like there was like a black Encyclopedia Brown. Did you guys know that? I bet you didn't. Yeah, there was. There was a whole bunch of different types and stuff. It's really interesting.
How long was your shoot?
We shot for 33 days, which I know is kind of long for an independent film, but we felt like it was not even remotely enough time for us.